Hello, darlings, and welcome back to a new Clean with Me. Today, I'll be sharing a refresh of my guest room. My son stayed for a few days, so I had to refresh the room. That includes washing the mattress pads, sheets, comforter, and all of my pillow covers, as well as wiping the bed down, honey, because my son left fingerprints all over my headboard in this room, and I want to keep all of my furnishings in a tip-top pristine condition. This particular bedroom set I have actually owned for over 20 years, and I want to keep it looking nice, fresh, and new. That was our primary bedroom set for many years, and I took very good care of it. And now that it is in my guest room, I want to make sure that it stays in pristine condition. And honey, I was not here for my son leaving those fingerprints all over the bed, honey. So I had to go in with my lemon pledge, and polish up the wood as well as clean it. When I wash my bedding, especially the pillow covers and the sheets and the pillowcases and all of that stuff, I usually let them hang up to dry so they can air dry. And it is a little bit of a tip that I use to help keep my room fresh, is I let it air dry, because the fabric softener that I use in my washer, it smells really good, and it also lets off that aroma while it's drying in the room. That is a little tip that I have to use when I want to keep my room fresh. This time around, I'll be making my bed using the top sheet as an overlay on top of my comforter to give it a more layered look. I don't do this every time I make the bed, but just when I want to show off my bed making skills, or when I know that someone is coming over to stay, I want to have it looking hotel quality. And that is a little bit of a secret of how I make my bed look even more fancy, is I use the top sheet to overlay over the comforter, and I fold it several times, which I will be showing you in this video. And this time when making the bed, I decided to use different pillows. I have like 3 sets of pillows that I use in this bedroom that is the same color scheme, which is the soft grays, because the majority of my house is white, but I did want to add a little bit of a cool gray tone in one of the rooms in the house, and I chose the guest bedroom for the gray tone. So I have a set of I call them button pillows, and I have a fringe pillows, and I have some just standard gray pillows. But I store all of the items that go in the guest room, I store them in the guest room closet, so they can just stay in there, and whenever I need them, I can just go right into the closet. It helps to keep down the clutter in my main linen closet. I only use 2 sets of sheets that I have that I keep in rotation to make sure that I don't clutter the space. Now, I use 1 set, and I'm also washing 1 set. So I only have 2 sets of sheets in the guest room closet, as well as I have a quilt, and I also have a goose comforter that my guests sleep under. Now, the comforter that I make my bed with, that is not a sleep under cover, that is just for show. Or I break the bed down when my guests come over, and I usually store that comforter in the closet because it is a decorative comforter. Now, like I said before, usually my guests use my goose down comforter that I have for that room, but if it is too warm or it's warm outside and the goose down comforter is too heavy, that is when I use my quilts for the room, and that is white as well. And another thing that I really love to do in this room is I always open up the blinds to let in all of that gorgeous sunlight. It's really bright, and it just brightens up the room, makes the grays stand out. Now, the drapes that I have in the room are room darkening. So if my guests feel that it's too much sun coming through the room, they can actually close those drapes, and they are room darkening. So it completely blacks out the room, and they can enjoy TV without having to worry about a glare. Now, we are dead into spring, and I really love to have the windows open, especially when I am cleaning, and it just lets in the fresh air. And I close the bedroom door so I don't have any interruptions while I'm cleaning in this room. And the fresh air just blowing on into the room, it just lets off an aroma of the freshly washed laundered sheets. It smells so good, and I do not always have to put down Carpet Fresh because the freshness from the sheets and the pillows and everything smells so good. Now, as far as my drapes are concerned, I usually wash my drapes once a year, but when I wash my drapes, I let those air dry as well. And when the curtains dry completely, I just take my steamer and I steam the curtains while they're on the curtain rod. And I just usually just steam the curtains while they're on the rod. Now, I know I have been a chatty patty in this video. I really enjoy sharing with you guys everything that I do and how I maintain my home. My home is very large. It's a very large house. So I have to do these things on a regular basis to keep my home in pristine, clean, fresh condition. Now, I do not do a lot of things all at one time. I take it one day at a time, one chore at a time. But I do have a chore calendar that I actually write out all of my chores, and I just follow that routine so I don't forget. But I do have it all memorized so I know what I need to do, and I'm also paying a lot of attention when I am cleaning things to make sure that I analyze everything, so when I come back to have to clean again, I know I'll either have to replace it or I'll have to do a little bit extra next time. So I don't put a big burden on myself to do everything all at once. I'll just touch on that issue the next time I clean. And one thing that I stand by to the fullest is not to clutter up my home. Now, this is the third home that I've actually owned and lived in since my husband and I have been married, which we've been married over 20 years now. But I then went through a lot of different things. I then went through a lot of furniture. I then went through just trial and error, try to figure out how to really take care of my things, because that's not something that I was taught when I was younger. I was taught to buy things, but I wasn't taught to take care of things, which, by all means, I do know how to clean. I was taught how to clean, but how to properly take care of your furnishings and things of that nature. Like when you have woods and stuff, you want to buy wood polishers. You want to make sure you're using the correct cleaning products so it doesn't strip the wood and all of that stuff. So I have learned how to take care of the pieces that I've had, and a lot of things I've had for a long time. Me and my husband bought that right after we got married. And this bedroom set is still in very, very good condition. Now, there are a little bit of bangs and bumps and things of that nature from us moving the bed because it's very, very heavy. It's sturdy. It is solid wood. So for having it for that long, I have took care of this bedroom set, and it looks so beautiful in my guest room. And I always receive compliments on how well maintained that the bed is, being 20 years old. So I do try to take care of everything that I have. So I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be a part of mine. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate everyone who has joined the family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And to everyone that has returned, I truly appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.